Namaste and welcome again to the Young Leaders Workshop. This is the most important module by far, a foundational module um, of understanding the self. And I request your full attention when I go through this module. And here, definitely we will need to look at this primary question that has haunted people of all ages over centuries. When someone asks you, who are you really? Correct? This is a sort of a question we'll try to get to a level that both of us agree. Okay, then we'll go forward from there. So while we do so, we'll definitely put you in the center and ask you this question: who are you? Okay, because all along we are conditioned outward. We can identify the objects of the world outside. It's easy to find the name and form and find out. But when it comes to you, deep inside you have that feeling, I understand totally. But let's take a scientific examination of this so that there is no influence of anything else in this journey. Okay. So let's take an outside in view, what others say about you. Okay, let's take an outside in view on what others say about you. You could have a name like Aditya or Chaitanya. You are a son of someone, daughter, or a friend, or a brother, sister, or a cousin. These are what others say about you. Let's group them as these are the roles and labels given to you. Okay, a name given to you or a role you are playing as a daughter or a son is a role you are playing. Let's say those are the roles given to you. Okay, now let's look at what society sort of classifying you. You are born in a country, you become an Indian. If you are in some other country, you become that citizen. It's a sort of a societal identification. Based on the religion you belong to, you're a Hindu or a Christian or a Muslim. Based on your food choices, maybe a vegetarian. Based on economic condition, you can be a rich or poor. These are the, let's group them as societal identities given to you. Okay. Now let's look at, now what we did was others saying about you. Okay. Now look at the what you know about yourself. Okay. Maybe you are thinking you are a fair and handsome boy, or with a black hair, brown eye. Typically you go to school and they put an identification. You have a mole on the side of your neck, black hair, brown eyes, or a girl or a boy or a teenager or an adult. So these are the sort of, let's classify them as body labels. Okay, labels given to you for your body. Now let's look at a level of what you feel about yourself. That's deep inside, correct? Let's go to that level also. You can describe yourself as an awesome Ari, or a friendly Nita, I'm an intelligent Amy. You can also curse yourself as a dumb Dhruv. Okay, we can say that these are mind labels. The mind, based on your feeling, it will label you, right? Now, are you one of this or all of this? Um, let's examine that. So there are too many things that are outside in at a body level, mind level. This is happening. Okay, so what is the deep feeling of you? Is that are you? Who are you really? Who am I really? Um, so this is sort of, let's uncover with a couple of experiments so that this will become much more clear. Okay, now let's go to a dark room experiment. Sounds scary. So let's assume you are sitting in the middle of a room, completely dark, no lights, no noise, none of your senses get input, such as your eyes cannot see, ears cannot hear, no touch, okay, no taste. So let's put this question in the center. So let's say, do you see a chair in the corner of a room? Let's ask the question. Can you see the chair? No. So let's say, because a chair is not sure, because I can't see that. But when I ask you a question, do you exist? Does it need a proof? You immediately say, I exist. This is happening, very important part, happening without sensory input. Okay, you don't need anything to prove that you exist. Yes, I exist. Yeah, irrespective, you have this answer. This is called Sat. I exist is Sat in Sanskrit. Okay. Now let's ask another question. Okay. So imagine there is a cockroach moving towards you from the corner of room. Okay. There's a cockroach moving towards you. Are you aware the cockroach is moving towards you? Does it need a sort of, are you sure is cockroach moving towards you? But I'll ask you another question. Are you conscious? Are you aware of yourself? Are you aware? Are you aware? Then the answer is, I am conscious. So these two answers, I exist and I am conscious, these are the true identifications. True identification that doesn't need any proof in the darkest of the room. Okay, so these are while we examined different things, these are the basic fundamental truths available to you anytime, any point of time. Okay, and let's go to sort of examine this a little further on why things add up. Okay, on top of this, this can be obtained through a journey. Okay, journey, understanding the journey of you into the world. So imagine you sort of born as a baby. Babies, you've seen, babies are very blissful. They're always smiling, except they have a discomfort. They don't, they will have the cry, and once the discomfort is over, again they're back to their blissful moments. They keep smiling. Okay. Um, so as the baby grow, in the first year, mom says, okay, she'll show the moon and say, oh, this is the moon. Okay, you'll show the object, and she will give a name, moon. Okay, or she can even show a ball. She can show anything out there. She will show that. Okay, and name and form is fundamentally, this is where the name and form identification started in the first year. Okay, now as you move forward, as you grow into year 2, when I say, where is the ball? The baby looks around and look at the ball. And if I ask the baby, okay, gives an object and pick it up, she'll reach out and the baby picks it up. The point is, the baby looks around and try to find items, and you uses the body as a center. So basically the body centering happened. Okay, now there is a next level, which is where it has now toys to play with. If another kid try to snatch it, no, it will cry. You try to pull that ball away from the hand, attempt it, it will cry. The possession of the object. See, the naming started, locating started, and possession of the toy started. So this possession, that it will keep shifting. Initially the toy will be at the possession, then it will become cycle, then cycle to a bike, bike to something else, a car. The object possession and the identification of them increases, right? So basically what happens is, as you grow, more will add up. A baby smiling almost like 30 times in a minute. We hardly smile once in a minute. So all the conditioning keep adding up. The attention, as you grow, it keeps shifting outwards into the world of objects and forms, possession, joy and sorrow, based on you get it or you lose it. Okay, so this is a growth and added conditions on top of it. So what we call it as a bliss of the baby. The bliss of the baby. How do I get back my bliss? What are those? I will now give you what I told you about, an accumulated set of conditions as the baby grows, as you grow. So these are the exhaustive list. Don't be scared with this. Not everything apply to you. Conditions limiting the capability in our development. Since we talked about young leadership is about 3 groups: capability, coping up with the situation, and leadership, building leadership. So what are these 3 groups of conditions will sort of affect the way we want to effectively build capability or ability to deal with situations, or grow the leadership. I'll give one example each, hence you understand better. Assuming, not assessing is one example, where if someone, let's say your close friend didn't call you for your, call you for the birthday, then you assume he sort of, you have all the feelings on top of it. He didn't like me, he forgotten me. I'll teach him a lesson. I'll not call him for my birthday. So how dare he didn't call me, right? We don't go to a level of assessing why, what happened. We don't try to examine, right? Similarly, if we have series of failures, pessimism sets in. Even though if it is an easy exam, easy game to win, due to that pessimism, I will not win. You will underperform. Correct? Um, Postponing and not acting. I think this is a unique, typical behavior, um, where let me do it later. Let me play my game first, and then I do my homework later. Right. So that's a typical, but there is an effect on this, postponing and not acting. So these are the conditioned setups. There is nothing right or wrong with that. Let's recognize this. If you could unwind, what happens? Okay. If you could unwind, there's a huge possibility of getting the bliss back. Okay. And while we build the leadership, the net side effect of building leadership is you get back your bliss, the baby bliss, we call it ananda, is back. So now let's go back to that question we had in the beginning. Who are you really? Fundamentally, underneath, who are you really? Is you exist, you are conscious, and you are of a nature bliss, ananda. So this is your basic template. Everything is added on top of it as you grow, and hence we forget our basic nature. This is an unlimiting, nature that got sort of conditioned. We conditioned to believe, the outer, right? The religion identification, societal identifications, mind identification, body identification. These are all added after that. So this is your real nature, and hope I sort of made sense. And we will go after unwinding and developing our key areas of strength by using this as a basis. Again, happy namaskar, and we'll catch up again.